we watched that movie. I saw the TV glow, and it was something.
Something, yeah, for sure.
It was something. Yeah. We're gonna start the discussion directly with the acting that I think, I don't know, it wasn't much there. I mean, it
Whole
felt
movie,
like a
felt
theater
flat.
scene.
Yeah.
It felt like a somehow bad theater scene.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I would agree. Like, and I don't think it's the actor's fault.
No,
though. It's
no.
like the writing.
It's the movie
didn't,
direction and the writing, yes. Because I recognize the main actors.
Yeah.
And they played good in a lot of other movies or TV series. So it's not their fault.
Yeah.
But the movie direction, it's kind of...
Yeah, the entire movie was trying to be like very artsy, I guess, but it did it in a way that just feels like very slow and flat and like there's not much there.
It wasn't that deep as they tried to do.
Yeah, they're trying to seem very deep.
Yeah, it did like a super deep, meaningful message.
Yeah.
And I mean, sure, the message is there, but it's not that deep. It's really not that deep.
Yeah. I think they were trying to make the movie very pretty, I guess. Like they did have nice color and some nice shots, but I feel like that's the entire movie is just beautiful artistic shots, but not much substance. And they are just too drawn out because of that.
Yeah, that's what I also noticed about the movie. It has some nice scenes, especially some throwbacks to retro movies. That looks great. But other than that, it doesn't land where it should.
It feels like if you screenshot the movie, you could post it and be like #vibes with every scene, but the actual story didn't. I think it took
Tumblr girls screenshots.
Yeah, 2013 Tumblr, yeah. I think the actual story took like an hour to be slightly interesting. The whole first hour is just a bunch of nothing and very drawn out dialogue and stuff. Yeah, and then an hour in, something starts happening, but it's not that interesting either.
Yeah, it's made by A24, and I expected something better. At least myself. The movie story, it's about a guy that has very restrictive parents, and he basically doesn't evolve in the person that he should, and has some anxiety and I don't know how to say that, problems finding himself. And when he finds himself, it's kind of too late. Even if at some point in the movie you see a scene where it says it's never too late or something like that. But at his age, it's... I mean, he passed half of his life and he was very controlled and brainwashed, if I can say that, by his controlling parents, freaks. And the movie message is basically try to live your life and don't really listen to others and be yourself no matter what. So that's why I'm saying it's not that deep.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good message, but it's not that deep. It's not groundbreaking or anything.
Also, I think like we are not the target audience for this movie.
Probably, yeah.
So, I mean, if you happen to deal with these problems in real life, probably it hits you totally differently.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, that's why I'm saying we're not the target audience. But in rest, for us at least, the movie, it's slow. It starts really, really late.
It's the biggest slow burn ever.
Yeah, I think at like the half of the movie, something happened and I thought, oh my God, finally it's getting interesting, and then it came back to the same old message. And never, hello cat.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Ma'am,
can you
did you like the movie?
Girl, move. Okay.
Yeah, and it never picked up again. It was basically one moment that I was, wow, it's getting interesting finally, but it didn't.
Yeah, I agree, and I know what you mean. It's kind of sad because I wanted to like it. I mean, I like some of the vibes of the movie and stuff, and the scenes, as I said.
And I think the concept of the TV show that they watched, it was interesting.
Yeah, I think the actual concept of it is good and interesting. I like the idea, but to me, this could have been like a 20-minute short movie, I guess.
Yes, I don't think it's not horror.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's
It's
not.
really
No,
not
it's not.
horror. Again, maybe if you deal with this kind of problem, it's somehow horror for
The horror
yourself.
of real life,
the
okay,
horror of
sure.
real life and dealing with shitty people, sure.
But I wouldn't call it
But
a horror.
I think if you strip the horror out of it and call it a drama, existential crisis and stuff like that, it could target another kind of people, like not myself, because I wouldn't watch it for that reason, and it would have landed better.
Yeah, I agree. It's I would call it like a drama, a coming of age movie. I don't know, something about a slice of life. I don't know.
Yeah, slice of life,
about life
lesson
and
of life, stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yes, I kind of hate that they did more meaningful stuff with the TV show that they were watching in the movie. I think it would have been pretty interesting to see. I don't know, like when I saw the movie title, I saw the TV glow. I thought it's gonna start that the TV show is gonna be something fucked up and affect their lives even more in a horror way, because the movie it's tagged horror, but it didn't did anything basically. It just made the guy realize that he's basically find himself as a girl there.
Yeah, I mean, I really thought the TV show would like almost come to life, I guess, because of the title.
Exactly.
Like you see the TV glow and then it's calling you or something. But yeah, I don't know. It didn't land for me.
No, basically the TV show was there because the guy was trapped into it, as he felt better as one of the characters there.
Yeah.
Another thing that made me think that it's like a theatrical movie was the fact that there was a lot of musical feeling parts. I mean, they put music over it and had some band singing stuff, but it felt like a weird musical, and I'm not into musicals.
Yeah, I didn't like that part. I mean, the lyrics of the songs were related to the movie, so I get it.
Yeah.
But it almost had like 2 entire songs in the middle of the movie, and it felt like a weird choice. It was too much.
At the time, I didn't know what I'm watching. It's like I'm watching a theater scene.
Yeah, a musical.
A musical.
Yeah.
There's no horror. There's no comedy. Nothing light. And at the times, they had some really long, kind of internal dialogue with themselves or with each other, the main two characters. And it was long, and it didn't
really
ever
long,
stop.
yeah.
And the problem with it is it wasn't even not deep, or it was meaningful for their own problems right there, but it had very simple dialogue lines and stuff like that. So it was written by a kid who discovered drama shows or something like that.
I'm 14 and this is deep.
Yes, exactly like
and
that.
To me, it also felt like just because you're speaking slowly doesn't make it deeper, you know? Like they were saying a sentence, then long pause, then another sentence, and it's like...
And every time they speak slowly.
Yeah.
It was I don't know.
It felt like a chore to watch it, sadly.
Yeah. It had a fun part at the half of the movie, the strange part. Maddie said something. No, Maddie. The main guy said Maddie disappeared, and the strange part is that at the same time the OPAC show ended, got cancelled.
Yeah.
And for me, the strange part was that I was still watching the movie.
That was the strange part. Why am I watching this?
Yes.
For me, the strange part is there are like 2 jump scares in the movie, but they're not real jump scares. It's just like, wow, the main character is yelling very loudly, and it's like it felt cheap.
Yeah, okay.
Like, of course, he's going through a lot of trauma. Of course, like he's yelling, sure, but it's just like really loud all of a sudden, and it felt like, I don't know, wake up, you're still watching the movie.
I didn't feel like there was any jump scare.
I mean, I was scared because of the loud sound.
Yes, I know
saying.
you talk about the one at the half of the movie, maybe, and at the end.
Yeah, he yells twice.
Yes, but like the movie was, it felt like a jump scare for you, maybe because the movie was so slow.
Yeah, just because it's loud, it's literally
and
just...
suddenly it was like...
loud
something.
doesn't equal scary, it's what I'm saying.
But yeah, I guess that's why it's considered horror, maybe, I don't know. But no,
yeah.
For me, it didn't feel like jump scares. I didn't even notice until you mentioned them. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to say about them. As you said, it's also bad because the movie, it's long. It's very long, that it should be like, I don't know,
a short film.
10 12 minutes, something like that. The whole message of the movie is just be yourself, and it does nothing happens in the movie. Nothing happens.
Kinda,
really,
you
nothing
could
happens.
say it. Yeah, nothing really happens.
There's not even the jump scare. The only those jump scares that you talk about, it's basically the sudden realization of the guy thinking that he may be something else, and it's too late or something like that. Then you don't need the other half an hour until then to make an impact of it.
I agree. I feel like almost the entire first hour was kind of useless. I mean, of course, it's set up to introduce the characters, but it was so drawn out.
Yeah, it was drawn out and very, very slow. That's the problem.
It was like, I don't know, almost 2 hours, but it felt like 5.
Yeah. Okay, I think we can go into the spoilers, maybe.
Sure.
So don't watch if you didn't see this. Come back later and we're gonna rate it. I don't think it's too much to talk about even with the spoilers right now, but we're gonna try to say something. The jump scares you talk about, it's I think at the half of the movie he screams at the TV and he tries to get in.
Yes, he sticks his head into the TV.
Yeah, he sticks his head into the TV and he tries to get in because he feels like that's his life.
Yeah, that he is the character and he's trying to get back to his real life.
Yeah. Okay, and the other one.
In the end, I have to say something. I can't tell if that was just a metaphor or if it was supposed to be real in the end. Like, is it just a mental break?
Yeah, I think it's just a mental break. No, I think it's just a mental break because the parents that he had were extremely controlling. I mean, he was he was in the 9th grade and his bedtime was at like 10 in the
and he was afraid to ask his dad for stuff, so it felt like he was he was trapped.
He was afraid to ask his dad about going to a sleepover, to watch a TV show. They trying to watch the
Pink
Opaque, yes. And his dad was, isn't that a girl TV show? So there's a connection there with his insecurities, I think. And
but the reason I wasn't too sure if it's supposed to be real is because at the end when he has another mental break, the other people are acting super weird. They're just standing there like NPCs.
I think that's what he says.
I think in again, that might be in his head.
It's in his head only. Because at the same time, I also thought it's something weird, and I thought, oh my god, the TV show it's actually alive or something.
Honestly, I wish that would have been the case.
It would have changed the movie completely, but no, then people ignored him, and it's basically, at least how I interpreted it, it's like people don't really care that much about you.
Yeah.
They just, it's true. Some of them are just haters or something like that, and just gonna hate you because you're different, but it doesn't matter what you do because they will ignore you and don't care about you. So that's how I interpreted it.
I get it, because he was having a mental health issue, and people weren't reacting because that's kind of true.
He left the room and said, "I'm sorry, I'm on a new meds. I'm sorry," and no one cared. No one cared. So that's the thing. No one cares about you. No one cares about anyone. So I don't think I have something else about with the spoilers.
That's kind of it.
That's kind of it. Yeah. The long movie, not that great. I didn't like it. The scenery was okay, as I said, but
I think the best part of the movie is that it's pretty, but that's
the
not
best part
enough
of the movie
for a
is
movie.
that it ended. I'm sorry. I think this is 1 star for me.
Yeah, sadly, I'm gonna have to agree because
I'm not a target audience.
I would never watch it again.
It's not horror. It doesn't land the horror vibes. It tried to be unsettling. I give it that. It had a few moments where it was unsettling, but that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
So I don't know if you struggle, if you feel like you don't belong somewhere or stuff like that, watch the movie. Maybe it's for you.
Yeah, maybe you find it comforting for sure.
And maybe you learn something from the movie message, but in the rest,
didn't land for us.
And Michael Myers is gonna stop this movie. That was it for us.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.